Hi everyone. We are continuing to look at the subject of truth in John's Gospel. Does truth change? Well, you would think so in the world in which we live today. But actually, it's probably always been that way to some extent. You might hear someone say today, well, this might not be true for you, but it is true for me. And we hear a lot of fake news nowadays, don't we? People make things up or bend the truth and put it on newspapers or on social media. And some people believe these things and act upon them or react to them in ways that they appear to be truthful. So, do we believe what we want to believe? Do we make our own truth? Or are we more skeptical and suspicious than we used to be? I tend to like to verify things as much as I can before accepting them. But of course, that's not always possible. It's not always possible to prove things, is it? I mean, I can't prove the fact that I love my family and that they love me, but I believe it to be the truth. Can we be sure of the existence of Jesus? Jesus is real. Do you believe that that statement is true? And do you believe what he said is true? Our passage today is taken from John 5:19 to 38. Now, I'm not going to read it all out to you, but you may like to look it up for yourselves. John 5:19 to 38. It's this discussion between Jesus and the Jewish leaders after Jesus had healed a disabled man at the pool of Bethesda. And this healing happened on the Sabbath. So you can imagine that the Jewish leaders were not very happy. They had strict rules about the Sabbath. But 3 times during this conversation, Jesus says, I tell you the truth. And he talks about being God's son and that God has given Jesus authority. But Jesus only wants to please the Father, and so he listens to what the Father is saying to him. But Jesus knows that they don't believe him, and he says so. They can't seem to accept the truth, even though it runs through the scriptures, which they study, and even though the scriptures point to him, to Jesus. Jesus is wanting to help people turn from overbearing, imprisoning laws, from darkness and despair, and is bringing light and life to people, including healing, physical healing, but also healing of people's thinking about and relationship to Father God. Grace and truth come through Jesus, we are told. What do you think?